I'd like to be alone, please. Looks like talking to Lena helped find an alternative solution after all. Yeah. I mean, the idea of that implant doesn't sound so great, but I guess Lena knows what she's doing, right? Looks like I found an alternative treatment for you. Shit. So it is true. Your wife told you to put implants in our brains so the corporation can track us? You're not seriously thinking about it. No, relax. Of course not. I knew you wouldn't. You make a decision.
Should I move there?
I'd...
Hey, I'd like a word with you.
Hey, man. I can see you've been tense lately. Oh, me? Nah, I'm cool. Come on, let me help. How do you usually deal with, anxiety? Anxiety? I'm not a wimp. I don't do anxiety. Well, I never call you a wimp, seeing how much work you get done in a day. Thanks. I'm doing my best. So, happy about the levels of radiation protection in the base? You're doing great. People feel much safer. Keep it up, and you'll gain their trust.
Hey, you wanted to talk? Yeah. So, I heard you're in touch with Lena about our problem.
You did.
I just want to say, asking her for help is the smartest move. You're gonna do as she says, right?
That's the plan.
Good. You should stick to her. You seem to be getting along much better now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
That's great. To think I was the mastermind behind it. Amazing.
It really is. Thanks.
Do you think this could be a chance for you and her to, get back together?
Only with you as my wingman.
Yeah. Funny. Well, in that case, there's something you need to know. I think it's only fair you should know how much deeper your relationship could have been.
What do you mean?
You see, she was the one who was supposed to go on this mission. She was the head of the hydroponic farms project. I was just helping her out in the lab. She was so excited about taking her solutions to a base like this. She wanted to go so badly. But she failed her medical tests.
And you could replace her just like that? Without any preparations?
It was madness, but yeah. Somehow I managed to get a crash course in everything in the last moment. It was only possible because I've been close to Lena all the time she'd been preparing. Because she insisted I take her place.
Wait a second. Couldn't she just take care of whatever the problem was and enroll for the next mission? Unless you're telling me this was something that wouldn't go away.
Well, it was. But also, it was something neither of us wanted to go away. She was pregnant.
Oh.
I only learned about it the night before takeoff. She didn't want to raise my hopes because it was still such an early stage. We'd been trying before, but every time it ended all too soon. The disappointment was unbearable. And yeah, I can't say it didn't put our marriage to the test. But this time, we were really hoping for a breakthrough. Thing is, I'll never get to know if we were right.
Shit. That must feel terrible.
For a moment, I even thought I could somehow bring it all back when all this ends. That was before the MRI scan. Funny. I never thought being a father would become so important to me. What about you? Did you ever think about it?
I can't say it never crossed my mind, but honestly,
I wasn't sure I'd be a good dad. Because of how our father was? I get you. I was scared too. My biggest fear was to become like him to my kid.
So why'd you go through with it?
Because I knew I was different. Lena was with me. She trusted me. That was all the proof I needed. You should have seen her beaming that night she told me. "This could be it, Jan," she said. I'll never forget the look on her face. I was supposed to get a good night's sleep before the launch, but we just talked the hours away, laughing and remembering old times. Until at 3 in the morning, we ended up singing Big Green Tractor.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right. The unforgettable hit of our mountain road trip.
That trip. Man, that must have been in another life. We were crazy, young, and in love.
And broke. Remember that rundown car we borrowed from Lena's uncle?
Yeah. All it had for a radio was an old CD player and one CD.
And the opening track, Big Green Tractor. It made us laugh so much we played it on repeat.
Yeah. Those were the times.
That trip was where Lena bought us that cheesy shepherd's axe. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I even packed it on this mission to remind me of her. Hey, you didn't by any chance have the same idea?
No. Sorry, I didn't.
Oh yeah, stupid me. I got so immersed in memories I almost forgot you two split up. I guess I'm just trying to hold on to anything real and tangible. I packed so many things that reminded me of her, I'm left with nothing. But, of course, there's no way that axe could materialize from another life where it wasn't, well, valued so much. Anyway, thanks for talking. I'm glad I got it off my chest.
Great teamwork with those towers, don't you think?
Hey, can I ask you a favor? Isn't that what you do all the time? Yeah. Well, this is not mission related, not directly anyway. That's not helping your cause. Right. Do you remember that road trip to the mountains we took with Lena just after we met? Of course I do. We took a lot of unnecessary risks getting into that old pickup without giving it a proper checkup first. What were we thinking? What can I say? Youth. Nice excuse. Makes me wonder what a miracle it is for so many people to survive that stage in life. Yeah. Anyway, remember the shepherd's axe Lena bought us there? A silly souvenir just for laughs? Please, don't remind me. I need to recreate it. Really? Why? Look, I feel bad about that. But I know I can rely on you even when you're pissed off at me. That's what makes you special. All right? Go on. Let me put it straight. I need help. And of all the alters, you're the only one who can give me the right answers. That's not an unusual situation. So you have questions about the axe?
You see, I forgot what it looked like exactly.
Wooden handle, steel head, folk ornaments. But are you sure the head was steel, not iron? It was a cheap toy, so I guess you could be right. But it looked quite hard. I'd know for sure if I could see it. That's the whole point. We don't have it. Right. Yeah, about that handle. I think it had some kind of a floral pattern carved on it. Floral? Are you sure? I thought it was more like a zigzag. Oh. About those ornaments, it had these red woolly pom-poms attached to it. Do you remember how many? 3. That I'm sure of. But I don't think they were red, Jan. More like magenta, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. Damn, this is not helping. And I thought you'd be the perfect guy to recall technical details. Well, maybe we don't quite agree on the definition of technical details. Now, if you'd asked me about the pressure in our tires before we headed out, or the details of the dissertation I was in a hurry to submit before we left, you'd have gotten them immediately. But a toy axe? I didn't exactly analyze it, if that's what you expected. All I remember is I looked like a fool holding it in that photo Lena took. Shit, you're right. There was a photo. It's a shame I got rid of it. It was a good decision, if you ask me. Well, that settles it then. If I can't help you, no one can. Just let it go and get your mind back to important things. Lena could still have that photo. Lena? Jan, is that what it's really about? We're in a shithole here, and all of a sudden you feel like flirting? Relax. I assure you all I want to do is recreate that axe. Don't worry, I'll take care of more urgent matters first. Well, in that case, do whatever you want. Just don't waste my time.
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to give you a friendly push.
What about?
The health issue? We're running out of time. I strongly suggest you get to work on finding a cure for us.
I know. I'm working on it.
Then double your efforts. The others are becoming restless, and I can't say I blame them.
Restless? You mean?
Just take care of it before someone blows a fuse.
You make a decision soon.
Jan? Hello?
Lena, hey. I just wanted to call to say thank you again and ask you about something personal.
Okay, what is it?
Remember that road trip we took to the mountains? Just after we hooked up?
Mm-hmm.
We borrowed a car from your uncle and...
I remember. What about it?
You don't happen to have any photos from it?
Photos? I might. I'd have to check. Are you interested in anything specific?
Yeah. The photo of me with the shepherd's axe you bought me.
Oh, that axe. Why are you... What is this about?
I just thought I'd recreate it, you know? It would make a nice gift for one of my alters. He's struggling with his emotions.
Seriously? Is that the one you told me about, the one that didn't divorce me? Are you sure you know what you're doing out there?
Yeah. And I'm learning a lot about myself in the process.
Well, in that case, I guess I can go through my old stuff, see if I can find something in there.
Sure, just let me know if you find anything, okay?
All right, I will.
Thank you, Lena.
Talk soon.
Hey, so... I'm guessing you received instructions from Lena about an alternative solution to our problem. I want you to know that I have those implants ready. A nanoparticle treatment, yes, that's smart. But the device itself, highly questionable. It would mean exposing us to Ally Corp. I won't lie to you. Yes. I see. Of course, they'd have to find out about it sooner or later, right? But this? Look, I can clearly see why Lena talked you into this. She has no idea what's going on here. We're just an abstract problem for her. But on an empirical level, I'm not so sure it's a good idea. Honestly, I have doubts too. Understandably so. We'd be giving them access to our brains. And I'm not really keen on doing that, especially considering we have other options. What if it concerned you? Would you inject a tracking device for convicts into your own brain? If the only other way was to sacrifice another being, yes, I'd be willing to take the risk. Very noble. But it's a choice you can only make for yourself, not for others. So, you think we should go ahead with Tabula Rasa? All I'm saying is that you should decide responsibly, with the potential consequences for all of us in mind. I'm pretty sure I want to go ahead with these implants. Your conviction is rash, but I'm putting the mission first. So, if it really is your final decision, I'll follow through. You should be prepared to face less civilized reactions than mine, though. Leave that to me. Still, I won't be able to start the treatment at once. I'm not an expert on nanoparticle meds, but I do know we need to give the healing agent time to mature before it can be used. How much time? 3 days, according to the instructions from Lena. But we can't linger more than that. Once it's ready, we'll need to call a meeting and communicate your decision to everybody. Okay, good. Let's go for it then.
I finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now?
Lena? Hey.
I found them. Our old photos. Talk about going back in time. There's one that might interest you. You're waving the shepherd's axe like some mad caveman. You look so chipper in it. I almost forgot how big that smile of yours can be.
Huh.
Made me wonder, you know, knowing what happened later. How little it took for us to go from those happy times to fighting with each other. One moment, you're smiling so broadly, holding that axe, and the next you're smashing it to pieces on our kitchen table.
Yeah. I know. And I really wish that never happened.
Of all the things I ever gave you, you had to bring this one up. Why? It was cheesy, it was worthless. And it brings back a whole lot of shitty memories.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, it was harder than I thought, but I'm doing my best to support you in this crazy situation. And I can handle a sleepless night or two. Anyway, I'm sending you the photo. I hope it helps.
Thanks, Lena.
Take care, Jan.
Yeah. Talk later.
Drive a race car. I see the appeal. And those kicked up in here.
You have no idea.
I wish I got to try him. Someone is having a class?
Gotta aim high, right?
I wish I got to be a dad. I wish I'd written a book on leadership. It's certainly be revolutionary.
Nothing hurt you to read it.
I wish I got a chance to mentor a group of young, promising scientists. That's me, of course. I wish I was never.
What are you all staring at? I ruin your party?
We wouldn't be saying such things if we agreed on a treatment.
Maybe this wasn't such a... Another lovely day with a brain mutation. Nice to know there's a solution coming. Man, I'm telling you, those systems were designed by eggheads who know nothing about rapidium. Base is airtight, man. Nothing is spoiling our water. Trust me on that.
Hey, I'd like to talk about those filters. You know, the miner's idea. You can't be serious. You know this whole thing is ridiculous, right? He's got a point, though. What if something contaminates our water? Well, you're the captain. You want me to research filters? I'll research filters. I'd like to talk to you about that filtering system you mentioned earlier.
Okay. You didn't change your mind, did you?
No, I'm glad you came to me with the idea. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going through with it.
Really? I was sure you were gonna say I'm being paranoid or something. So now Jan is talking about our problem with the corporation. I wonder how much he told them. Don't worry. Lena will have our backs. I'm not willing to trust her that much. I can see you're gloomy.
Do you really want to waste time dwelling on that? Isn't a sad person less efficient than a happy one? Let's try to find something to cheer you up, for the sake of the mission. Well, look at you, talking about efficiency. I appreciate a good success story. It's inspiring to read about someone who achieves something great despite life's obstacles. Every day of our survival on this planet is a success story. Life isn't easy on us. We're a bunch of heroes. We're not heroes. We're a group of miserable replicas of one ordinary guy. Still, that doesn't mean we can't succeed.
Away. Yes. Hell yeah. Fuck. Hell yeah. Ah, damn it. Yes. Hell yeah. Fuck. Hell yeah. Kidding me? I got this. Fuck. Hell yeah. All right with your eyes? Getting a little cramped in our storage yard. I finished my tasks. Want me to take care of this now? Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
So, did you manage to recreate your lost research?
Yes, I did. I was worried I wouldn't remember everything correctly, but amazingly, it was all still there. Neatly aligned and perfectly organized in my head. Almost reminded me of how Father made us arrange our toys when we were a kid.
Oh man, I hated that.
So did I. Remember running home from school in panic in case he came home early and saw the mess in our room?
Yep. How many times do I have to tell you that chemistry set cost half my paycheck? Why is it scattered all over the floor?
That chemistry set was my favorite.
Till Dad just threw it away to punish us for not tidying it up.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, I retrieved my research nicely. Job done.
Well done.
Thank you. And thanks for helping me get it done. You'll be happy to learn that there's something for you in it too.
Really? What?
Listen to this. While I was reconstructing my equations, I realized that by tweaking a parameter or two, my method can also be applied to something we are using on a daily basis on this very mission. The Rad Shield filters. In light of my findings, we can manufacture them in a much more efficient way. It's remarkable. Because theoretically, I had all the necessary knowledge in my head, but I had to backtrack my line of thinking to unblock it.
Wow. What can I say? The inventor's mind works in mysterious ways.
It sure does. And you know what? Suddenly, I feel much more confident about facing our other challenges. Let's take this bull by the horns.
Hey there. Got something for you. The shepherd's axe you wanted to see so much.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't have it.
I didn't. But I recreated it for you.
Wow. That's amazing. It looks exactly the same. How did you remember all those details?
You know what they say about memories? That they're more vivid if they relate to strong emotions? I guess this axe meant a lot to me.
That makes two of us. Two Jans with two identical shepherd's axes.
And let's leave it at that.
Sure. Thanks again. It means a lot to me. Must have seemed silly to you. Guy who's missing his unborn child suddenly fixates on a toy axe. But Suddenly this has become something other than a souvenir from a non-existent life. It's become a token of our friendship, here and now. Thank you for that.
Yeah. No problem. I hope you come up with a solution soon. Such a nice distraction.
Hey man, I was thinking, have you ever noticed how often we
Finish each other's sentences? Yeah, we have lived together for
way too long? Right. I feel like we've probably had
every conversation two people can have. Right. So we
always know what the other one is.
thinking.
Right. But like, specifically, why?
Do we do that? I don't know. Like, where do you think
That compulsion comes from? Not sure, because it's certainly not like a.
endearing quality?
Oh.
No. Mostly, I feel like we want to just show
That we're like engaged listeners, right? And we're
empathetic.
yes,
And also
maybe
a little bit
impatient, right? We're kind of like
insufferable.
Pass me another beer,
know-it-alls.
please.
Can't handle
the idea
Yeah.
of like an unresolved,
melody. Right. And in a way, it does sort of make us
really annoying,
Right.
Well, like we could totally
Stop if we want to, obviously. We just have to face
our fears and just never
finish
this
current.
ongoing.
Ew, guys.
Sentence. Right. Can we actually
Stop? I don't know. Sure doesn't
seem like it, but like I have
total autonomy
over my own
thoughts, right? And I certainly
can't be read.
like a book
It's like my mind tells me
to just stay quiet for sure, but like then somehow the instinct to
finish a sentence
kicks in as if it's
totally out of
my
my
control, right? And I'm like stuck in
some kind of sentence
vortex. Hang on, quick. We need to both say the most like random
thing we can think of.
that we would never otherwise
Say.
Right.
My My foot has an
Area code all its own. That's
in a Peruvian rug shop.
located entirely
That's
within the
ridiculously
International
amusing.
Space PlayStation, and it's a.
Pluvia stafama stage wells.
Those are all the things I was going to say, and the fake word at the end.
What is happening? Oh my god. Wait, maybe the reason we keep
Finishing each other's sentences.
is because they're not.
Each other's sentences.
Maybe we're actually
Only
one person. God! Oh! No, we're just
Good
really
one.
annoying, right? Yeah.
So much stuff.
I'd like to talk to you about that filtering system you mentioned earlier.
Okay. You didn't change your mind, did you?
No.
Really? What's a puny little storm for a team like ours? Still thinking about wiring our brains? Okay, people. I wanted to hold this meeting to tell you that, well, we finally might have a cure for your condition. Okay. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hold off celebrating till we hear it. I just want it to be over. I hope we're not trusting anyone from the corporation. We can use neural implants. It's a safe and efficient solution, but there is a risk, a high risk, in fact, that the corporation will find out about your existence. What? No fucking way! Well, maybe it's time to man up and confront them about it. Who said it's a bad thing if they find out? I mean, they're humans too. I don't believe they'll just dispose of us in cold blood? Are you for real? All we are to them is a fucking bunch of freaks. Better to just kill me than let them implant their junk in my brain. We are doing it. That's my decision. Oh, so you decided for us, without even giving us an alternative. What's the alternative? Slicing up Tabula Rasa's brain while he's alive? It's a good decision, Jan. I'm willing to take the risk. Are you fucking crazy? Anything is better than letting the corporation mess with our heads. I don't believe you're giving us away. I thought you had more balls. Let's stop wasting time and get on with it. We knew from the start we weren't born into a fairy tale. Exactly. We weren't born into a fairy tale. Because we weren't born at all. We were just created to prolong this loser's meaningless life. Truth is, there is no good way out of this mess. The branching was, from the start, it was, Shit. He collapsed. Is he unconscious? He's breathing. Get him some water. It's getting worse. We need a cure now. What's your call? I'm putting my money on Lena's idea. Good. I'll gather everyone and inject the neural implants in their heads. Let's hope this works. All right, let's see. This should go here, and... Are you okay? I think so. At least it's not causing me any physical discomfort. And it looks like it didn't kill me. Maybe I underestimated Lena. Great. Maybe in time you'll just be able to forget about it. What's done is done. All that matters now is whether we can continue our mission safely. Time to get the others, I suppose. I'll leave you to it. Hey, how'd it go? With the treatment? Good, I suppose. The trick is not to think about it too much.
As for the results, well, we'll have to wait, but I guess it's in the hands of Ally Corp Medical now. You did a great job. It was Lena's idea, but I couldn't have pulled it off without you. Yeah, thanks. I guess we're not such a bad team after all, me and her. But, just as I expected, not everyone was willing to cooperate.
What do you mean?
The worker. He refused to let me jab him. And I didn't want to do anything against his will, not without instructions from you. He had a right to refuse. He's made it very clear he's against this solution. You do know he'll die if we don't do anything about it. Are you sure you want to let that happen? Because it would be very irrational. Is it even possible to force him? I mean, how would we do it? Tie him up or what? Well, maybe it wouldn't have to be so drastic. That jab isn't more painful than a mosquito bite. And mosquitoes often bite people in their sleep, if you know what I mean. Are you suggesting we inject the implant while he's unaware? That would be low. No, I can't betray his trust like that. Well then, that leaves us with no choice but to allow the worker to succumb to the laws of natural selection. In that case, if there's no other way to save him, do it. Sneak up on him in his sleep and inject the implant. Good. I'll do just that. It does seem like the only sensible decision. Let's just hope he comes around to appreciate it. So, how do you feel after the procedure?
Much better. I went back to my workout today, and it felt great. I'm a little worried about how the corporation's gonna react to us, though.
Don't worry, I won't let them hurt you.
Jan, I know you're a tough guy, and I believe you truly mean that. We both know there's nothing you'll be able to do. Still, whatever happens, you had the balls to do the right thing. And I know I can trust you whatever happens.
So, how do you feel after the procedure?
I feel much better. Those ghastly headaches are gone. It's amazing what Lena did. I mean, she basically cured us from light years away. Whatever happens, everything will be fine. I just know it.
Hey man, good to see you back on your feet. Oh, I feel much better, don't worry. Ally Corp Medical's taking good care of me. And when I'm no longer needed, they have a way to put me down quietly now, right?
I decided to choose the more ethical way I thought you'd approve.
You traded us over to Ally Corp. How is that ethical? I thought we had urgent work to do. Why don't we just do it?
I know you were against it, but in the end, I decided to trust Lena's solution.
I am never gonna let them stick their dirty fingers in my brain. You hear? Never. Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? Is damaged. Should I work on this while you're scheduling repairs? Me to address that?
So, how do you feel after the procedure?
Well, the cold sweat stopped, but I couldn't sleep at night. Knowing those fuckers are invigilating us, I can almost see them scheming how to make robots out of us. Or worse, just poison us in our sleep with this thing. How can I be sure I wake up tomorrow? What if this is the last day of my life? Just when I thought everything could change.
Look, I did it for your own good.
You'd die otherwise. You had a different option. You should have chosen it.
Are we watching this or what?
Yes, we are. Yes, I just want to make a few more quick tweaks to the device. I think I'm close.
I'm sure.
I am.
Okay, I'm not starting a 2-hour movie at midnight.
All right, well then just give me a minute to power it down.
1 minute, and then I'm coming up there and dragging you out.
Okay.
Phil, there's no time to explain.
Oh, you said I have 1 minute.
Phil, I need you to listen to me carefully.
What is this?
6 years ago, aliens arrived on Earth. They consumed all of our natural resources and enslaved humanity.
What was that? What did I just see? What was that? Is that real?
It doesn't have to be. I've traced the sequence of events this exact moment in time to your device. We use the alien tech to come back to make sure you activate it tonight, but you need to listen to me. You need to do exactly what I say when I say it, so we get this done before my past self comes up those stairs in 60 seconds.
The fate of humanity depends on you.
You made it.
Glad to be here. Got it. And who are you?
This is my partner, Gunnar.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Okay, so, Phil, your leftmost node on your module, you need to articulate it slightly. Do you see
Sorry,
what I'm
you two are work friends, or?
Yeah.
Basically,
Yes.
well, not exactly,
Well,
but...
yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So, sorry, just to, when you say partner, you mean partner, or partner?
Honestly, Phil, it's dangerous for me to tell you too much about the future.
Jenna, what the hell?
Okay, yes. Me and Gunnar will be seeing each other. Yes.
Oh my god.
Phil, please, I really need you to focus. Okay, so we don't have that much time.
Oh my god. I'm dead.
Oh, that's so
I died.
sad.
And then you have to move on. You're being really brave right now. All right, well, take good care of her, man. She's a very special lady. She means everything to me.
Wow.
So, how do I die? Is it because of my device, or is it because the aliens get me, or it's heroic, right?
You don't die. You're not dead. You're like a teacher or something. I don't know. We haven't really talked in a while.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay, quick, hurry. Okay, that node, you're gonna move
1
it-
sec. Love you. So we break up?
Please, Phil, hurry. The fate of humanity.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save the world. I'm processing a lot right now, and I would like us to discuss this.
Okay, well, we have.
You have. I will have, but I have not. Is it a mutual thing, or
It got to a mutual place.
why do you why?
Well, I don't know. We weren't communicating that well anymore, and sometimes you can be a little petty.
I'm petty.
You know, honestly, things got a little crazy when the hive ship destroyed San Francisco.
I'm not petty.
Okay.
You know, sometimes people grow apart at a certain point, and I think they just kind of need to separate to kind of find that freedom by themselves, you know?
Thank you, Gunnar. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks. You know what? I feel like I would feel much more comfortable working if Gunnar weren't here.
It doesn't have to be weird between the two of you.
I told you I shouldn't have come.
No, babe, it's not you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I need you here.
I need you.
Okay. Phil, listen. This is the pettiness I'm talking about. You have a chance to save humanity and most of Europe, but instead...
Oh, cool. So now you care about my work. Got it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's just interesting that now that it's going to save the world, you care about my work. But a couple days ago in my timeline, you didn't seem like you fully supported it. You were talking a lot about, like, is this worth the effort? Do people really need a distress beacon / electronic toothbrush? Which I think they do, inarguably, in case they get lost in the woods and they need a way to get home and then all they have with them is a toothbrush.
I mean, I'd use it.
Right? You were just being very negative about, like, am I even ever going to finish it? Which I will, so...
Well, I mean, I was right.
I'm going to finish it.
I'm from the future, and you don't.
I'm going to finish it right now.
Because I'm back here making you! Well,
Maybe we just take a breather for a second.
Okay, Gunnar, can you please stay out of it for a second? You realize if we change the future, you two might never even meet, so...
Well, funny enough, we actually looked into it, and most timelines, we end up together.
Okay, Gunnar. Yeah, what if I do this?
no, wait!
Oh! What? Okay, what if I undo that? Oh! What the hell? We need to move.
Okay, out of my way.
I don't get the rules of this.
I'll do it myself.
Pass me another beer, please. Cheers.
So Jenna said you're from Michigan, right?
Originally.
Yeah, I got family in Grand Rapids, so that's crazy, right?
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
It's done. It's transmitting with enough time to reach the fly-by-by system. We're finally gonna get the help we need to beat those gray bastards.
Yes!
Hey, put your butt down here!
Time's up. We gotta move. Here, take this in case we need to contact you again. Seriously, brother. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you, man.
Take care.
Yep.
And you know, Phil, I know whatever's gonna happen between us is gonna happen, but you're a great guy, and I'll always care about you. And that thing over there, I tweaked like the smallest thing, so really, you saved the world. And I would honestly like to catch up sometime. I miss you. You alright?
Yeah. One more thing, yeah. Bill?
What is that?
Yeah, just over
Oh,
here.
it's,
Sorry.
um-
I'm sure this goes without saying, but if you could just not tell anybody about this.
Who is that?
Oh. Hi, I'm Gunnar.
Jenna.
Damn it.
Seriously?
Wow, you have really welcoming eyes.
Oh.
Is that? Do you get that?
I mean...
I don't know. This is so weird, but I like already feel so comfortable talking
This
to you.
is so weird.
It's-
This is so weird.
Right.
This is so weird.
Are you guys friends?
No.
Come and find me when you have a moment.
So, how are you feeling?
I never thought I'd feel like a cyberpunk clown. Fuck. Okay. I can see you're disappointed with me. So, you're planning on holding a grudge forever? I don't know. You're the one doing the planning here, hmm? All I want is for you to stay away from me. I told you that from the start, didn't I? But you wouldn't listen. Making pierogi, building that park for me, being my fucking pal. What a load of bullshit. It was a fucking mistake. Hey there. How are you? Still feeling confident about things?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Sure? That didn't sound very convincing.
No, it's just that I thought I'd be more happy about completing that old research of mine. But the more I think about it, the less reasons I have to celebrate.
What now?
What I mean is, it's a big success, but so what? Even if I do make it back alive, no one will ever know who's behind it.
And here I was thinking you were doing it for science.
Of course I was. I devoted my whole life to science. Does that mean I should just disappear into the shadows like a ghost? It's just sad that having done so much for society, I won't even be able to be a part of it like a normal human being. Publicly, I won't even exist. But you will exist as Jan Dolsky. No. In this world, you are Jan Dolsky.
Well, you have to admit that, scientifically speaking, you are me, so...
In theory, yes, but what good is a theory if it doesn't stand up to the facts? And the facts are that empirically, I am not you. I have my own autonomous identity.
Can you prove it?
This very discussion is proof. We argue, therefore we differ. You see, I don't need the world to remember my name. I want it to acknowledge my distinctive existence. And I need to know that if I'm gone, you'll take care of it. I guess I'll have to. But right now, I have bigger problems. I promise to think about it when the time comes. No, Jan. The future is too uncertain. I need you to make a decision now. Hey, you know what? I have an idea. What if we publish your research anonymously? And that will grant me recognition. How exactly? It will do so much more than that. It will make you legendary. Imagine the whole academic community trying to guess the identity of the mysterious author, analyzing the footnotes for clues. Imagine the headlines, man. Yes. Who is the prodigy behind this unexpected breakthrough in nanotech? Sounds good. I have to say, it does. So, you like the idea? Do I like it? It's smart, simple, and I don't think anyone's ever done it before. Thank you for suggesting it. Who would have thought I'd be so excited about staying in the shade? So, you found out about the implant. You violated my body. You hardwired me to the corporation, even though I said very clearly that I didn't accept it. What is wrong with you? I know it wasn't nice, but I'm willing to do everything to save you. I just
couldn't let you die. Why? Because the corporation wants me? I can feel this thing prying, getting to my thoughts. Wait. Are you hearing voices or something? Voices. Medicine voices. They're torturing me. They want me to give up, but I'll never give up. You hear me? Never. I won't let them control me, even if it means blowing this fucking mission to pieces. Hey man, I'm worried about the worker. Yeah, I know. He's hearing voices, breaking stuff. Maybe you could, I don't know, grow him a new head or something. Hey man, I'm worried about the work. I need to get him back on board before he destroys this whole place. I mean, that implant really set him off. Does it surprise you? He sacrificed a lot to fight against corporate dominance. I can imagine it must feel like a slap in the face to be so dependent on them now. I was only fighting for his life. Maybe some things are more important than life for him. Such as? Well, all I can tell you is how it felt for me. Before going away with Ben changed me. Nothing mattered to me more than pride. Shit. Of course. Nobody knows him like you do, right? Yeah. Hard to believe, but I was in the Union too, you know? In hindsight, it seems like dumping that life was the obvious choice, but when I think about it, I remember how hard it was just to let go. And I think I understand why the worker stayed. Because he was too proud to give up the fight. Close, but no. The sense of pride developed in him later. What was it then? A feeling of being surrounded by people who believe in you, followers, but also friends. It was addictive, and it was freaking hard to let go of, even for love. In that case, maybe we can show him that he's among friends here too. You think that would stop him from wanting to destroy the base? Hey, wait, I've got an idea. You could make him that disgusting tomato soup they used to serve at the warehouse canteen. It was the stuff of so many jokes among us. We called it the galvanizing solution, because it was supposed to keep us going for the whole day, but also it tasted like liquid metal, hence galvanizing, get it? Right. I don't know what they cooked it in, but it reeked of the whole periodic table. Yeah, man, this sounds awesome. I can't wait to see that stern face of his light up when the memories come back to him. So, how do I make this broth out of hell? Yeah, good question. Why don't you start with making regular tomato soup, and then maybe I can help you spice it up a little in the refinery? Refinery? Yeah, why not? Man, this is so crazy. I actually expect it to work.
I was craving a little privacy. Thanks, y'all. Hi there. Hey, I'd like to give you something. It's kind of special. I hope you like it.
What the hell? Damn. It looks and smells just like... How did you... Oh, there's no way you could remember this. You weren't there.
You're right. I wasn't, but, you're not the only one in this base who remembers the taste of that soup.
Yeah.
I forgot that we're all interconnected in here. Just like in the Union days. Those were the times. Beautiful times. Pure camaraderie. It always amazed me how much people could endure and still look out for one another. Cheer each other up. Yeah, it's all great. Till someone has to make tough decisions. We're bound to piss someone off. You're talking about becoming a leader. It's exciting at first. They look up to you, trust you. Makes you feel so good that eventually losing it becomes your biggest fear. Is that why you pushed for that big demonstration to happen? Because you were afraid they'd fall in love with the other guy?
I told you. He was a mole sent by the corporation. I couldn't just let him win.
I had to do what it takes. Why? What were you really fighting for?
What kind of question is that? I was fighting for... well... dignity. That guy, he wanted us to give up. And it would be humiliating.
Look, you were right to stick to your ideals then, but this mission, it's different. We're fighting for a better future for a whole generation of people, maybe even the future of humanity. Are you sure you want to destroy all that in the name of dignity? Whose dignity are we talking about anyway? Oh, so you think this is about my ego, isn't it? All right, I can see where this is going.
You want me to let go of my ideals for a higher reason.
Wouldn't you have done that back then if you knew how your demonstration would end? That so many people would die. Don't you think it would have been better to let go? What if... I can't turn back time. I did the best I could with the knowledge I had. You're making a mistake by going with the corporation.
Nothing I know is going to change my opinion about that. But I won't sabotage the base anymore. You're right. It wouldn't make any sense.
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
I'm not... Chad. So, you still angry at me about those implants? Is there any way I could fix things? Don't you think you fixed enough already? I never imagined you'd care more for a brain-dead body than for the rest of us. You bullied us into those implants. That's what you did. Check if we still got some storage space.
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
Wake up, sleepyhead. Bedtime's over.
What happened?
Do you know where you are? Who you are? Do you remember anything?
Please. What next? You gonna ask me about my name and role on this mission? Of course I remember. I mean, up to a point. Oh, shit. Oh, my chest.
Careful. You took a heavy blow there.
Yeah. I remember the technician. But why? Did he attack me?
Yes. Apparently, some of us were unable to come to terms with your decisions. Looks like they'd been planning this for some time. Repairing the tour vehicle while you weren't watching. Filling it up with stolen supplies. And then, when the time came, the technician just knocked you down. And they took off into the desert.
Took off? With our supplies, and you just stood and watched?
No, I was busy fighting for your life. That blow caught you off balance. You fell and punctured your helmet. You were suffocating. Luckily, we had some Madrigal in the med bay. Well, at least I thought that would work. But after the injection, you just turned blue and started shaking all over.
Of course I did. I'm allergic to Adricol.
Yes, well, I know that now. I'll probably need to get tested too when I'm back on Earth.
Wait. How did you find out?
From someone who knows you best. I called Lena. Of course, it would have been much quicker if the botanist had told me. But I guess he was too busy despairing about our situation in his cabin.
You talked to Lena?
Yes. Fortunately, all of this happened before we got lost and communications died.
Did you tell her about everything that happened here?
Why shouldn't I? She wanted to know what's going on, and you were flatlining. There was no time for playing kiddie games.
Shit.
Yes. Well, I hope you also heard the important part of my story. It happened before we got lost.
We're lost?
The navigation system's down. The storm is everywhere. We've been circling blindly for days. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but frankly, the base is close to breaking down. The storm's been putting it under a lot of pressure, and supplies are at a critical level. It's been quite intense.
Do you have any regrets about not going with them?
And abandon my lab? No way. That could never happen. But if you're asking me whether I believe our chances of survival are greater, well, that's a whole different question. We've been doing what we could to get out of this storm. With all the time we've lost, I'd say we're one mistake away from failing the mission and getting stuck here for good. We need to stop drifting aimlessly, pick a direction, and this time, it needs to be a flawless choice.
Flawless.
I'm glad you see the problem.
Okay, so what do we do?
I was hoping things would change when you woke up, but I suppose it's gonna take more than that.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not superhuman, you know. How am I supposed to suddenly know what to do?
Well, superhuman or not, you're still gonna have to bite the bullet.
Bullet? What bullet? What are you talking about?
I didn't want to stress you immediately after you woke up, but there is something you should hear. Some messages in the comms room from before we lost contact with Earth.
Okay. What's in them? What are you not telling me?
Just listen for yourself.
to see you in the base, buddy. Likewise, man. We thought we lost you there. Tell me you know how to get us out of this mess. We need supplies fast. We won't hold out much longer. So, you stayed. I appreciate that.
And you're awake, at last. You'd better think of something quick. We're nowhere near finding our way out of this sandstorm.
Message for Jan Dolsky, corporate ID 4672B. My name is Agatha Wilson, and I am the Chief Operating Officer at Ally Corp, your employer. I have received some very unfortunate news about your mission. I do hope you realize it is vital that we speak without delay, so as to clear up any possible misunderstandings. Otherwise, the board will have to qualify your actions as purposefully subversive. I cannot keep them hoping it is not the case for much longer. Please don't let me down, and get back to me immediately.
What the fuck, Jan? What the fuck? They know everything. The board. But I thought we were... I thought we had each other's backs. That is some deep shit you got Maxwell into. Do you even realize what you've done? Stabbing him in the back like that? Without any warning after everything he's done for you? Me? This is my last call. They've decided to cut me off. I won't be able to talk to anyone, do anything. Not until someone comes for me. All I do is sit here in this tin can and wait. Well done, bro. You know, I thought you'd have the guts to face me, but no. At least, I hope at least, you don't fuck things up with Rubidium. And that you bring enough for those bastards to share with others. But maybe I'm naive to think you care about such things.
Jan, I called and... shit. One of those altars of yours picked up. I know you're recovering from a fight or something? I don't know much more. He was unnerving. This is strange. Look, I know I promised to keep your altars a secret, but I talked to Vin. Dr. Paulson, the colleague I told you, was helping me out with those implants for you. And he convinced me that it would be a big mistake not to tell anybody. Out there, it might seem like you're making the right decisions, but from the outside, I mean, it's not looking good. Is it true that some of them went rogue and sabotaged your mission? I mean, shit. Are they dangerous? Maybe curing them was not such a good idea after all. I don't know. I'm really confused right now.
Find me when you're done with those calls.
Looks like the mess is bigger than I thought.
Yes, we've waited long enough for you to come to. but we need decisions fast. What's the plan? The plan is simple. We need to get out of this sandstorm and reach the rendezvous point. I just don't really know how. Not yet. I never thought I'd say it, but I miss the technician. He knew that navigation system inside out. He kept challenging me. I failed him, and you're paying the price. Now's not the time for regrets, Jan. We need to set a direction for the base, and it needs to be right. We can't afford another day of drifting aimlessly in this storm. This is not a joke, Jan. Everything depends on you. The mission, Rapidium, our lives. You've decided to trust the corporation. We implanted their tech in our heads, losing a part of the team in the process. I'd hate to know it was all for nothing. I did what I thought was right. Using tabula rasa was not an option, but it looks like doing right by your conscience doesn't always mean doing right by others. I'm sorry. I wish I could have done better. As your captain. No need to blame yourself. Apparently there was no way for you to ever become one. What do you mean? Just take a look at the branchings available in the QC. You can find all sorts of walks of life that you could have taken, but a captain? No, it was never possible. None of us were cut out for that role. You're right. It's kind of liberating, knowing that there was simply no way to be good at this. This actually got me thinking about something. What? That code we got from Maxwell to upgrade the QC. His old experiment. He and Lucas used the mind records in a completely different way to manipulate the consciousness of an existing person. You're not really thinking we should try and repeat that. Oh, I agree it could be dangerous, but well, you said it yourself. There might not be another way. Fine. I'll do it. What's the plan? It's hard to call it a plan. Just go into the womb, I'll plug you in, load Maxwell's code, and improvise. Testing on production? Doesn't sound like your standards. Oh, I had to say goodbye to my standards the moment I woke up in this base. All right, I'm activating the procedure. Any last words? Yeah, is it okay to have second thoughts about overriding my power? Is it over? Hello? Anybody here? Base has stopped. I should check outside. Ah, shit. We're still in
the store. What the hell? Hey, someone's there. Wait. Am I losing my mind? Damn it. What was that? Hey, is that a baby? What's going on here? I recognize this. You're no good. You hear that? No good! Like filthy no good! Fuck down! Mom. No matter what I do, you're gone.
Maybe you should have run faster.
What the hell? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am you, Jan. Just different.
Am I dead?
No, you're just lost in the desert, remember?
This is not real. It's not really happening, right?
Why would you think it's not happening? Your mind is here. Isn't that real enough? The better question is, why are you here?
I wanted to change things. Become a better man. Someone who knows what to do.
A better man. You can't just start being someone else all of a sudden. Didn't Pops teach you that?
I'm not my father.
Maybe not. But aren't you doing what he did all his life? Waiting for a miracle to happen and change everything.
That's not true. I wasn't waiting for anything. I took matters into my own hands.
Do you really believe that? That you're the architect of your own fate? What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion? It's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Does it really matter what I do, where I go, what I say? Am I the captain of my ship? Or does it take its own course regardless of what I do? You're wrong. I create my future.
Hey,
Why are you
why
doing
are you
that?
doing that?
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. But you haven't been listening carefully. I told you. I'm you. It breaks my heart to see you so absorbed in that whole what if business. Using your altars to revisit problems you couldn't solve. You've been very busy. But still, instead of moving forward, you end up here, stuck in your past. How is that?
I know now that I could have been there for her. If I had taken a different path.
She's gone.
Jan, she always was. There was never anything you could have done.
Where's he gone? Oh, this is crazy.
Is that you?
Was a mistake. Why didn't you fight for us? We weren't meant for each other. I tried.
What is going on with me?
It's over.
Don't go. Wait. I guess you two just weren't meant to be together.
You again? Come here to make fun of my failures.
Not my fault you're caught up in their loop. In that big round base of yours.
I'm moving forward.
Yes. To stop short on the wrong side of a precipice. Can't you see that you never were good enough for her? Her parents were mad at her when she dumped that law student for you. The unemployed miner's son with no prospects. And you wanted to impress them with what? A house with a garden, a steady job in a corporation? Is that why you were so afraid of losing that house and going abroad with her? Because you knew her parents wouldn't respect you? Just look at your alters. Don't you think any one of them would impress her more than the average warring Yandolski?
She fell in love with the person I was, not with who I could have been.
Love. Such a big word. Was it real love, though? Can you even tell what's real? How many times did you wonder that maybe you're not the original Jan? That there had to be someone else. A version of you who actually deserved to live, to be loved. Because he always knew what to do, because he never made mistakes. Maybe that way he was worthy of his father's love.
What a ridiculous thought.
No more ridiculous than the other thoughts you've had about yourself. I'm just saying what you're thinking. Please, don't go! What the fuck? No! Where are you going? Hey, you. I'm sorry.
They were dead before you got to them.
Why did I survive and not any one of them?
Someone had to.
All this time and I still don't understand what happened.
I'm sure you have some smart theories up your sleeve. Go ahead. Hit me.
Maybe Maxwell did it. He's got more control over these missions than anybody.
And why would he kill everybody but you?
Maybe he knew there was rubidium here. And he wanted someone to get stranded with it. To have no choice but to make their altars. And I was the best choice because he thought it would be easiest to manipulate a simple builder.
Really? You believe that? You see, I think that deep down, you know what happened. The answers were always there, in front of you. But instead of piecing them together, you preferred to look away.
What answers? What are you talking about?
You know there was an oxygen leak during the landing. You got that information. And you also know what the quantum computer is, how it operates, what its main purpose is.
To optimize decisions.
That's right. Its role is to ensure the success of the mission no matter what. And it looks like in the face of an emergency, it had to do just that. There was only enough oxygen for one person to survive. And the QC had to calculate the probability, as it always does, who should receive that life-saving breath. No judgment, no reading tea leaves, just pure data analysis to give the answer to one simple question. Who had the biggest chances of completing the mission?
And it was.
Yes. The math pointed to you.
How do you know all this?
Because you know it. You always did. But you were so focused on your mistakes.
Because I feel that I can learn from them. And figuring out how to avoid bad choices.
What is a bad choice, really? You feel you could have made a lot of different decisions in your life, but without those choices, good or bad, you wouldn't be who you are. The person with the best chance to pull it off. Maybe it's not you who needs to change, but your perspective. Mistakes can have good consequences too, you know.
Like what? Letting my altar split?
Maybe. Conflicts can open new, unexpected paths.
What do you mean?
Find and follow your disobedient side. You've spent a lot of time on this planet escaping the sun, facing the darkness. Maybe it's time you started looking through the darkness and notice the light.
The light? What light? Hey.
Looks strange.
Looks like I'm back.
It does. And you're cognizant. You've been shaking on that bed for an hour. I was honestly worried about the choice of settings I applied in that program.
No. I think you did everything right.
So, did it work? You look the same. Did anything change?
Yeah, to be honest. Everything's different. Just not the way I expected.
So, what happened?
I understood things. Things I sort of knew, but my brain kept hidden from me for some reason.
It's called the subconscious, Jan.
Yeah, I guess it is. So, my subconscious told me that instead of trying to fix my old life, I should try and take something good from what I messed up. It was very comforting.
I'm sure it was. Did your subconscious by any chance mention how we could get out of here?
Yeah. We should look for the rebels.
The rebels. Do you really believe they're still alive?
If there's anybody who can make it through this storm, it's the technician.
Well, that vehicle is definitely more maneuverable than our base.
He said something about noticing the light. That make any sense to you?
The light? Seriously? We risk everything to alter your mind, and all you come back with is a cliched epiphany about following the light?
Doesn't the tur emit any light?
Probably. But in case you haven't noticed, there's a sandstorm raging outside. We'd never be able to see anything even if we had the most high-end...
Wait a minute. What? Tell me.
Low-frequency electromagnetic waves detection.
Oh, now you're confusing me.
That could be it. Yeah, the navigation system. It can be switched into an auxiliary mode, tracing any interferences in electromagnetic wavelength. And that means if there was a source of artificial light somewhere nearby, the sensors could be able to locate it.
And follow it.
Right. If the technician really did find a way through the storm, and the tur vehicle is not too far away, it could be worth a try. Your subconscious might actually be a genius.
Well, you never doubted that, did you?
Out of the storm. I don't want to be disproportionately enthusiastic, but it seems like our idea worked.
Our idea?
Yes. We brainstormed, didn't we?
Sure. Shouldn't it be here? The exploration vehicle?
We're close to the rendezvous point. It can't be far.